Multiplication War. Directions. Shuffle playing cards. Place all the cards face down between two players. Taking turns, each player should select two cards from the deck. Each player should multiply the number on the two cards together. The player who has the largest product gets to keep all four cards. If there's a tie, draw again. The player with the highest product keeps all 8 cards. Play until all of the cards are used. The player who collected the most cards wins. I do it differently, but you have real cards at home. I didn't, so I cut these out of paper, which is a really nice reminder that even if you don't have some supplies, you can sometimes make them out of something you have at home. I just found a piece of white paper, I folded it, and I didn't even have scissors. So I don't know if you can tell, I folded those and then tore them. And then I wrote numbers instead of making all the symbols, because that's all I need was the numbers. All right, we're going to play Multiplication War. I know how to play War where you just turn one card over and the person with the highest card wins. I bet some of you know that game too. It's a popular game. This is just a version of that game. So since I don't have a partner, I'm going to be player 1 and player 2. So player 1 pulls over 2 cards, and as soon as you pull your 2 cards over, you should be thinking about the answer. So I have 5 and 5, which I already know the answer. And then player 2 has 9 and 5. Ooh, it's a race for 5s, but I know 5 times 5 is 25. And so if you say it before your partner, you get to keep, oh no, sorry, you're 25, and then your partner is 45. The person with the higher number gets to keep them all. Sorry, I made a mistake there. So that person gets them. So it's not a matter how fast you do it. It's a matter of how big your number is. Ooh, I know 8 and 7 is a big one. Oh, but that one has a 9 and a 3. This one's tough, but I know 4. If I take half of 8, that's 4. 4 times 7 is 28. And then another 4 times 7 would be 56. That's a pretty big number. And then player 2 says, well, I know that 9 and 2 is 18, so one more 9 is 27. So we have 56 and 27. Player 1 gets to keep them. So you keep going. And if for some reason you get a tie, we don't have a tie here. Let's say that these two match. You just draw 2 more cards and see who has the higher number from those 2. So we have, 7 times 10. You know that's going to be a big one, right? So 70 and 12. So this person gets to take all 8 of those cards now. So the winner of the game is the person in the end who has the most cards. But everybody's a winner because you get to practice those beautiful math facts. Have fun. All right, the next game is called What's My Number? In this game, you shuffle your playing cards, lay them face down in a stack. Player 1 and player 2 each select a card, and without looking, place the card on their forehead, number facing out. Player 3 multiplies the 2 numbers together and calls out the product. Player 1 and 2 should use the product and the card their opponent is holding to determine the card on their forehead. No peeking. The first player to correctly identify their card wins that round. Take turns changing roles. I've played this game in the classroom with my students before, and I had a different name. I can't remember it, but it's fun. So you have to find the missing information in the multiplication problem. All right, let's see what it looks like. All right, to play What's My Number, you hold the cards up on your forehead, but I don't have 3 people to do it, so I'm just going to show you under the camera. So player 1 has a 10 on their forehead, and you can see their card. So you know they have a 10. They don't know they have a 10. You have this card. You have a card on your head, but you don't know what it is. But player 2 knows what it is. Sorry, player 1 knows what it is. This player can see your card. You can see their card. And then there's a third person that's going to call the product. So I can see both cards. So I know what both of these cards say. And so I'm going to say the product is 70. So you don't know yours, but you know theirs. So 10 times what equals 70. And you, knowing your tens, count really quickly, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So you holler out 7. And you are correct. And you get to keep both cards. All right, this time you're not going to see. We're going to flip it around. So this time, your partner sees your card. This is the one that you see. So they don't know their card. But I'm the caller again, and so I say, the product is 35. You only know yours. So you have to think about 7 times what equals 35. Well, I know anything that ends in 5 usually counts by 5s. So I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That would be 7. So 7 times 5. So I would say 5. And the answer is 5. Okay? That one's a little tricky to show you how to do it in a video. But at the end, you count your cards, and the winner is the person with the most amount of cards. Have fun. Okay, your third game is called Write the Equations. You need 2 players for this one. You're going to shuffle your playing cards and lay them face down in a stack. Player 1 draws 5 cards from the top of the stack. In 1 minute, player 1 should try to write and solve as many multiplication equations as possible using only the 5 numbers drawn. Repeat the steps where player 2 draws 5 cards. Whoever wrote the most equations wins the round. Play until all of the cards are used. Okay, your third card game is called Write the Equations. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then you can choose any one of these games to play. And play them over and over again. Play them with different partners. All right, so I have my playing cards stacked up here, shuffled and stacked. And I'm going to use this little piece of paper because you need to be able to write some equations down. So you shuffle the cards, right? And you have to draw 5 cards. Let's see if I can fit them all in here. I got 3 and 7 and 2. Not very shuffled. And 8 and 5. So I got my 5 cards. Oops, you can't see all of them, so I'm going to do this. There. Those are my 5 cards. So now, your other partner has to count a timer for 1 minute, and you have to try and write down as many multiplication equations as you can do. So I'm going to start my timer. Echo, will you time me for 1 minute?
1 minute, starting now.
Okay, 3 times 7 equals 21. I'm just going to go 3 times 2 now. Equals 6. And I'm going to go 3 times 8. I know 3 times 7 is 21, so it's 1 more 3. So I'm going to put 24. 3 times 5. Oh, I know I can reverse it. 5 times 3, 5, 10, 15. Now I'm going to go 7. 7 times 2 is double the 7, 14. 7 times 8. Yikes, that number scares me. Oh, but I know 3 times 8 is 24. So another 3 times 8 would be 48. And 1 more 8 would be 56. Those are hard. I'm giving myself a star on that one. 7 times 5. I know my 15s. And in that game I just played, I also know that 5 times 7 is 35. Okay. Oh, that was 1 minute. Echo, stop. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put my name so I can make sure my card gets counted. All right. That's how you play Write the Equations. Oh, after you go, your partner goes, of course. Have fun.